What about now, Mr.?
Oh, we in business now. There we go. There we go. We got you. All right, Warden. How you doing today?
Sorry about that. A little technical difficulties this morning.
We in good shape. All right, good to see you.
There, man. Good to see you.
All right, the Committee on Parole's call to order today is Wednesday, September 14, 9:26 a.m. My name is Brendan Kelsey. I'll be chair. Along with me is Mr. Alan Boshier for a while. Staff and support is seated at the DOC headquarters in Baton Rouge. Our remote location is Raymond Laborde. With staff and support, please introduce yourself there.
Sir, Warden Marcus Myers.
Deputy Warden Keith Turner.
Raymond Heath. Melissa Joshua, Records Manager.
All right, great. Ready for our first case. Please introduce yourself, state your name and DOC number for the record.
How you doing? Justin Oliveri, 570-295.
All right, Justin, you heard the introductions. Today we have a parole interview. Ask you some questions. You can respond. At the end, you can make a statement. We'll take a vote. You understand the process?
Yes, sir.
Looks like you have a supporter, Melanie Barletto, will be speaking. And then you have Wesley, who won't be speaking. All right, Justin Oliver, DOC number 570295. You're a third-class offender. Parole eligibility date 11/15/2019. Good time date 9/7/2026. Full term date 8/14/2029. How many years? Let's see. 13 years. You have introduction to control substance substance upon a municipal or parish jail, distribution of Schedule 2, dangerous substance with intent to distribute, 3 counts distribution of Schedule 2, controlled dangerous substance with intent to distribute methamphetamine. You have habitual offender, contraband on the grounds, conspiracy to introduce, possess contraband of a penal institution. Does that sound correct?
Yes, sir.
Justin, how old are you?
31,
How long have you been incarcerated?
right at 6 years.
When did you tell me what the contraband was?
It was a group of people that was involved in it. And I kind of I was involved in it as well. I was just brought into it with a group of people that was indicted on it.
Right, I need your involvement. What's your involvement on it?
My involvement was just receiving the contraband and the distribution of it.
And what was the contraband?
Suboxone strips and synthetic marijuana.
That was in 17 and that was in 19.
Well, the conviction in it was a conviction that was in 2019, but it was an ongoing charge that I was still in the. Yes, sir. It was in 2017, but I pled out to it in 2019. So it made it look like it was a fresh conviction.
Right, I got it. Do you have a GED or high school diploma?
Yes, sir. I got a GED.
What grade did you drop out of school in?
9th.
Why'd you drop out?
Circumstances of my childhood. You know, I just basically had to raise myself at an early age, and I kind of let myself get consumed with the wrong path of life, and I just kind of quit going.
Had you family? Do you have the alcohol and drug problems in your family structure there?
My family that I have now, no, sir, I don't. My
No,
upbringing.
before, when you said you had to, well, you said you had to raise yourself. Tell me about that.
Yes, sir. My grandmother was trying to do the best she could. My mom and my dad was never there. My mom was, involved in drugs. She was incarcerated for a good period of time. And my grandmother had to take care of all 5 of me and my 4 little brothers. And she was trying to do the best she could. And honestly, I just kind of took the rebellious stage and, kind of tapered off a little bit from my grandmother's upbringing and kind of brought myself up after that. But my mom and my dad, they was never really involved in my life.
Is your grandmother still alive?
No, sir. My grandmother passed away 2 years ago.
Did you have a relationship with her?
Yes, sir. Really strong bond with my grandma. My grandmother, pretty much that was my person, and You know, when she passed away, it kind of took a lot from me.
Now what about you? You have any relationship with your mom or your dad? Are they still alive?
My mother passed away about a year and a half ago, right up the road in the women's facility in Cottonport. And me and my dad's on really good terms right now. My dad's actually got his life turned around. He's doing really good, you know, so me and him's kind of like building a relationship as of now. We just started our relationship when I was probably 17 or 18 years old. We kind of like started bonding a little bit, you know, and he was incarcerated when me and him first started communicating through letters and everything. So as of right now, we're on good terms.
And, okay. So tell me what you've been doing, what kind of classes you've been taking, what have you been doing to help yourself out?
I've taken numerous classes. I'm currently enrolled into Boys to Men class. It's basically right now we're focusing on effective communication. It taught me to learn, you know, the difference between pride and integrity. You know, pride is, you know, results in conflict. Integrity results into a man that put away childish things. You know, I'm currently enrolled in nurturing and parenting. It's helping me to be able to communicate with my child effectively. You know, it's showing that their needs are just as great as mine, you know, when it comes to us communicating with one another. I'm enrolled in the Victims Impact class Friday, and I'm not really too sure what that's going to be because, like I said, I start Friday for the first time.
What, you have children?
Yes, sir. I have 2 stepdaughters and I have 1 daughter of my own.
You have 2 you have 3 girls, 2 stepdaughters, you have 2 stepdaughters?
And 1 daughter of my own.
No. You have a relationship with all of them?
My 2 stepdaughters, I have a really good relationship. My youngest daughter that, you know, me and her mom's not really too good on terms because of my incarceration. And I really haven't been there too much for her in the past.
How old is she?
14.
You haven't had any communication with her at all?
I recently, about 4 months ago, I actually had, you know, a little bit of communication with her mom, and it just kind of turned out to be a negative road to go down because of the incarceration.
So you're not sure about that relationship. You hope to mend it, but you're not sure.
Yes, sir. I do look to mend it, but I feel like the incarceration is doing a little bit of hindering right there for me.
I understand. When's your last disciplinary write-up?
August of 2018, I believe.
What do you currently do at the facility?
I work on Squad 5. I've been assigned to Squad 5 now for close to 4 years as Class A trustee. I maintain all the grounds. I keep up with, you know, me and a handful of others keep up with field work and supporting the compound with food, I guess you would say.
All right. What's your plans if you were going to be released? Where are you going to go? What kind of job skills you got? What you plan?
I've recently just finished the forklift class. About 4 years.
Yes, sir.
Forklift operating class for my certification. I got certified in NCCR core curriculum for construction. I have a job opening with my father to try to get me into the door. My plan is to go back to working for Union 846. It's a local union in Chalmette. And in order to, you know, before I get there, I have an opening with my dad. My dad's going to be helping me out with a job and transportation to work to and from work.
What kind of job is that?
That's plumbing for working for the drain surgeon.
Good.
long-term goals, I really want to try to get into going back on the river and try to get my tugboat license, captain's license.
What about, so you going back to the area where you got in all this trouble?
Yes, sir, for the time being. I mean, that's where all my family is right now, but, you know, and long-term, we're going to try to like move around. Maybe we'll try to go back out of state after I get off of parole and everything, get everything situated.
I mean, this with your past, that's a little concerning for me. Go back to the same area where you got all the problems, all the friends. They all gonna be calling you as soon as you get out. I mean, you know, it's people, places, and things. I'm sure you've been in some classes and learned that.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
that's kind of tough to go back to that same environment, huh?
Yes, sir, but it's up to me to allow them back into my area, my life, you know, the ones that I have on screen present right now, that is my main focus. You know, now I have 4 grandkids and 1 on the way, you know, and I haven't been there for neither one of their, you know, births. I have a really strong relationship through video visits with them, you know, daily we get on video visit, and, you know, we communicate, and I'm going to use that to surround myself with positive influences. I feel like it's going to be up to me whether I let people back in my circle. You know, I changed my people. I'm trying to change my place now. You know, that's going to determine whether I can, you know, be a productive citizen. I honestly feel like now that I actually changed my ways, and my frame of thinking is not what it was before. I know by changing my thinking, I can also change my behavior.
Now, were you a drug user, a dealer, or both?
I was both.
What was your drug of choice?
Marijuana.
Have you ever had any long-term substance abuse treatment for this significant problem?
Other than what I've taken here, no, sir, I haven't, but I'd be willing to take just about anything that's, you know, offered to me. I've tried to contact.
Yeah, because wouldn't you think you would benefit from some long-term substance abuse with all the problems you've had?
Yes, sir, I believe I could.
Or do you have any input for us?
Yes, sir, Mr. Kelsey. I do. I agree with the thoughts of the long-term substance abuse treatment. I really believe he'd benefit from it and needs it. I'm glad to see that he's participating and taking Living in Balance, and he's participating in AA, NA right now. As you mentioned earlier, you know, his last write-ups were in 2018, and they were both for fights. But, you know, we talked about it. I did notice that since then he's taken Cage Raise. So he's taking some things. He's doing some things to help himself, and I'm proud of him that the Boys to Men project that he mentioned is a group that we recently started. Matter of fact, this is our first class that he's in right now. It's a volunteer thing, no good time. It's strictly volunteer for people to try to help themselves, spiritually based, and he's participating and doing well in that. I would like to see him finish that program, as well as the victims awareness program that we just recently enrolled him in. So I'd like to see him complete both of those things, you know, no matter what the board's decision today is, respectffully.
How much longer is the Boys to Men?
They're a little over halfway through with it. It's a 6-month program, so he's got about 2.5 months
Yes,
left,
sir.
I think, to be
About
finished
2.5
that.
months.
And then the victim impact, it's about a 90-day program as well. So I think you would benefit greatly from both those things.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, now we'll hear from Miss Melanie.
Hello.
Hey,
I would like to start out by saying Justin is coming home to where he lived, but he's not he's not at the actual same place. So it is better. I just like to say I've been knowing Justin for 8+ years, and he is a totally different person from who he was when he went in to who he is now. He has grown so much in the last several years. He now has 4 grandbabies and 1 on the way. He has a great support system, which he hasn't had before. He has so many more reasons to want to do better and be a better person. And we are all here rooting for him and supporting him through this journey. We're all so ready for him to come home and start a new and better chapter in his life.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for your comment. Justin, would you like to make a statement on your behalf?
Yes, sir. Like you said before, me going back to the same place that I got in trouble at. I've had a lot of time to reflect on my life over these last few years. And, the amount of heartache and hardship that I've been through, losing my grandmother and just listening to my mom tell me over the phone that she didn't want to pass away in prison, and then that actually happening to my mom, and just not being there for none of my family, the struggles that, I feel like I can help with, and I'm not there to be able to help because of my decisions in the past. I just honestly feel like, I have to change, not only for myself, but for everybody that's involved in my family. Honestly, I feel like I'm there. I'm ready to turn my life around. I've tried to do everything that I could possibly do to help myself, and I'm still in the process of becoming a better person.
All right, great. Thank you. Now, fair to vote. I'll vote first. Sounds like you're doing some good stuff. It's positive remarks by the ward. Looks like you're doing some good things in there. You're looking good. Your classes are good. Got good family support. Got a good plan. I would like to see you get some long-term substance abuse. I'm trying to figure out, Warden, how we can work that out with him completing the classes that you want him to complete, and then getting him removed to a long-term substance abuse treatment program, maybe a 6-month. They would have victim awareness probably be if we send him to Steve Hole, right? So he probably could get that victim. Would you be okay, Warden, if he got the victim awareness, if we let him finish the boys to men there and then shipped him to Steve Hall and he got his victim awareness at Steve Hall along with some substance abuse treatment?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Well, that's going to be my vote for today. I think you're heading in the right direction. I'm going to vote to grant your parole after completing the boys to men and after long-term substance abuse treatment. So you'll be removed to Steve Hall, get your treatment. You'll have victim awareness there. You have your long-term substance abuse treatment. After you're released, you'll have curfew from 9 p to 6 a unless you're working. You give it your parole officer and work that out. You'll have you'll attend NAAA at least 3 times a week, unless Steve Hall wants you to do it more. They might want you to do it 6 times a week. Okay. But I want you you can do it. There's a lot of ways to do it, but you need to at minimum 3 times a week. You need to maintain some full-time employment, and you need to do some community service. Do about 5 hours a month. Give them back to the community, talk to at-risk youth. You have a story that can help you heal and also can help somebody else that's in your spot. But again, I'm just one vote, but that's my vote. Okay, Mr. Roche?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Justin, my vote is the same for the same reasons under the same conditions. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Pearl Wise.
Mr. Justin, my vote is also the same for the same reasons, but I want to add the condition that you receive grief counseling. We have a lot of loss going on, and you need to understand how that grief impacts your life going forward. I wish you well, and I'm counting on you now. I'm expecting you to never come back. I don't expect to ever see you like this again. Take care.
Yeah, we don't want to see you. We don't want to see you back here again. Only I guess if I'm down in Chalmette somewhere. All right, 3 votes to grant to the long-term substance abuse. 3 votes to grant. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, bud. Congratulations. Finish up your class and you'll do the right thing, okay?
What did you guys think? I know what stuck out to me on that one was the kids' faces. I think it's just a reminder of what this does to kids. I mean, it looked like pure, like the heaviest level of anxiety and fear just cemented on their faces. And then particularly the boy, he just seemed to totally melt down when he heard the good news. That struck home for me. I'd love to hear your thoughts.